Welcome back, everybody. We're live. Well, not really. At our recording studios based in our hometown here in Edmonton. It's a beautiful day outside. Sun shining. Birds are singing. How's it going, Sam?
Good. It's cooling down. I think I like that. Like, I hate to say summer's over, but now that I'm not in school, I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I know lots of people say fall's my favorite season.
It is.
But it actually is my favorite season.
I think those people saying that also truly believe it's their favorite
I know, but
season.
everyone says that. I guess it's just the fall's just that awesome, I guess. So
because it's cool, you don't have tons of rain. It's easy to dress for. The fashion is just
you
phenomenal.
don't sweat 24/7, and I'm a guy who sweats like a lot. So
Yeah.
like from every orifice of my body.
Okay.
So
TMI. I like sweaters. That's literally the only reason.
I do like shopping for sweaters more than I like shopping for t-shirts.
Even though I have a hard time.
Just because they're
buying
just
sweaters.
like, well, yeah, they're that much more expensive. But I don't know. I just seem to look good in like every single sweater I put on.
Tall, skinny people usually do.
Yeah.
I have weird legs too, so I'm a pants kind of guy. Depending on the weather, of course. But yeah, fall. It's coming, man. Coming, 2017.
But fall's just like, winter is just right around the corner, and it just gets depressing.
Not with global warming.
Yeah, no.
The best thing that we could do for this Earth is speed up global warming.
You would think, right?
When was the last time a polar bear did any? Actually, like, I'm genuinely wondering, what would be so bad if all the polar bears died?
Are you kidding me? Polar bears are like the most majestic animal on Earth.
Oh, so you've seen one in the
No.
Arctic?
No.
Okay, so who cares?
Okay.
I'm not
wow.
saying we should actually, but I'm just asking. Because everyone's like, well, the polar bears are going to die. Well, what would that change? There'd be more seals because they
are at
seals,
the top of the food chain. So, like, what would be affected? Well, there'd be a lot more seals, yeah.
Probably, do they eat penguins? I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Penguin? Okay. Did you ask if they eat penguins? Come on, man. Do they eat penguins?
I didn't ask if they do. I said, would there be more penguins?
No, penguins will not be affected by the death
Maybe
of polar
the reason
bears.
penguins and polar bears don't live in the same spot is because the polar bears ate them all. So no more polar bears. One penguin's gonna be like, guys, there's a just as cold place. He's gotta travel a long time, and nothing's gonna eat us.
I'm sure that's exactly how it happened.
I'm actually very, very sure of that. I looked into it. Okay, well, either way, today we have some good topics.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Enough
of this nonsense.
So I'll start with what I've been thinking about this week, and it's been on my mind for a while. I decided to look into one-hit wonders of. I tried to stay with between 2010 and present.
That's only like 7 years.
It's that's quite a lot of years. So I don't know what you're complaining about. So I have a list of five of what I think are the biggest one-hit wonders of the 2010s. One of them is kind of a cheat. It's from 2009. So, but I had to include it. I didn't even think of it when I made the list, but right when I saw it, I knew I had to put it on this list. So we'll start at number 5. Daniel, what do you think my number 5 is?
Carly Rae Jepsen.
No.
Call Me Maybe.
No.
Hey, I just met you.
Nope. Don't sing it.
And this is crazy.
So I'll play what number 5. Number 5, one-hit wonders from 2010 to present. Blurred Lines.
Who sings that?
Exactly. Robin Thicke.
Oh, that little perv. Yeah, okay.
It's exactly. So that was my number 5. I at one point on the list I had it at number 3, but I don't think that song was ever regarded as like a good song. Like no one ever said this is just a good song.
It was catchy.
It was catchy. The tune was good.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. Listening to it, I'm like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
But then you listen to the words and like, it's actually horrible. Like, okay. So either way, I'm not going to talk about that one too much because it's a very gross song. So number 4. What do you think number 4 is?
Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. That song better be on this list, by the way.
Let's play it.
Oh! Nails it.
Carly Rae in the house. This one I struggled with because I know people are going to say, well, she had other popular songs. Because I don't think...
No, she didn't.
A couple of them made them to the radio. But this is how I defined a one-hit wonder. A one-hit wonder is when they have one song that will completely outshine every other song they'll ever make. And this song definitely will.
Oh, yeah.
It's impossible to make a song that big again. Unless, who's done that? Michael Jackson, maybe? No one else. Beethoven?
Yeah, that's
Handel?
true. That's true.
So that's why that's on this list, if anyone's wondering. I was tempted to put it at number 5 just because she does have other music. But I also easily could have put it at number 1.
What other songs does she have? I don't know any other ones.
She has that one. What's it called? But it exists. Okay, and that's all that matters. So now we're getting into the top 3. This one is also the next one. I'll just play it. Here's number 3. What do you think it is? What would your number 3 be?
Oh, number 3. Last 7 years, one-hit wonders.
I think this is the most recent one I have on the list. Yes, it is. This is the newest one on the list.
Do you want? I have no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna play it. Well, you'll obviously remember it.
Oh, okay, this guy. Yeah.
I don't want to play too much because I don't think we're
the edited version's way better.
No, that was the edited version. That's why it's kind of a cheat because he's not even a one-hit wonder.
No.
The guy who edited it is the one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
That's why at one point I had that on the bottom of the list because it's kind of it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Who actually sang that song?
Omi. O-M-I.
Yeah.
I don't know who remixed it. I didn't include that, but
okay.
That's why it's kind of a cheat.
What's it called again?
Cheerleader.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Also, looking at the lyrics, it's not very good.
No.
Okay.
Dude, lyrics of pop songs suck. But I guarantee I can guess the next one.
I'm going to go through, just because the next two, I think, at least for us, or at least the next one definitely for us, I think it might not be everyone's because I found it on no one else's list online.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely my number 2 from my personal experience.
Okay.
So let's do, I have some honorable mentions. Waving Flag by Kanon.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was kind of one, but I know he also has other music.
He had one other song that was decent.
Yeah. This one, Cake by the Ocean. I said that. I didn't put that on the list because they're a new band, so they could easily have new stuff.
Totally.
This one, I think, is a one-hit wonder for some people, not for me. Budapest, George Ezra.
Not for me.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of good music.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why. And then 2 older ones I think are just kind of a throwback. Fireflies, Owl City.
Oh, yeah.
And Hey There, Delilah by Plain White T's.
That was in the last 7 years?
No, it wasn't. I just put it on here for fun.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so number 2 on my top 5 list.
Do I get to guess again?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, number 2, Dynamite, Tayo Cruz.
Let's play and see if Daniel's right.
Yes! Oh, I love it. I love this song, man. We listen to this song constantly.
It's catchy. Once again, it's just catchy. The lyrics suck. Half of it's just do. That's what I'm gonna put my hand. It sucks. The lyrics suck. Lyrically, it's the worst song ever. But the beat's really good. It gets you really pumped up in a good way.
Yeah.
It's not that inappropriate, but it still kind of is. Okay, and without further ado, the biggest one-hit wonder of definitely the last 10 years, maybe of all time, in my opinion. I think this might have been the biggest one-hit wonder of all time.
The biggest one-hit wonder.
So, guess. I would be surprised if you couldn't think of this song. Every list I looked at had this on the top.
Blinking.
I'm going to just play it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I hate this song. This song I never liked. I didn't understand why it caught on as well as it did.
I actually completely disagree. I think I wrote it down because I'm prepared. The recipe to a one-hit wonder. Just hear me out.
Okay.
I think this is with somebody that I used to know by Gautier. Accepted. I think every other song I had on this list fits this recipe. Horrible lyrics. I think they all definitely fit that.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely catchy tune. obviously. That's every good song. And this is one that I noticed. All of these were basically these people's first song, and they all had a big production music video right off the bat without ever getting popular first.
Right.
They went straight into spending millions into a music video.
Yep.
Do you think that helps?
Probably. Of course, the more money you have, obviously, it helps. And another thing about those videos, what's another thing they all have in common? They all have skimpy dress girls in them. Most of them, except for
somebody that you know.
Yeah.
But he is naked in it, so.
Yeah, there's all that always
Someone's
helps
naked in
with
all
the
of
popularity.
These. But yeah, so
especially that one by Robin Thicke. Oh,
don't
so
even
gross.
look into it. Whatever, don't talk about it. I had to put on this though. So that is my recipe. But somebody that I used to know, I think lyrically it's actually not bad.
It's probably
all of them, it's the best.
Lyrically, it's the best. I just never like the songs. It's not the kind of music I listen to.
Yeah, I downloaded it on my phone after making this list. It's on my playlist.
Really?
Yeah. I listened to it twice on my way.
What about the Dynamite? I bet you re-downloaded that one too.
No, I didn't.
I can't come close to re-downloading that one. Just because it's, what would you say, nostalgic?
Nostalgic. It gets pumped up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Otherwise, all these other songs, you listen to them, I can listen to them halfway and sing along. Like, yeah, this is a joke, but they all suck. They're all actually they're such bad songs.
Yeah.
Blurred Lines is the same thing over and over. Tile Cruise is basically him having just multiple strokes, it seems like. Call Me Maybe is just every teenage song nowadays.
Yeah.
Cheerleader just was never good until he put a good beat to it, so. But this brought up something interesting. Here's some theories I have about one-hit wonders. I think one-hit wonders expands further than songs. I think some bands will be one-hit wonders. Not in the sense that they have one song that's a hit, but I think I have 3 bands here that I think had their time in the sun, and I don't think they'll ever get popular again.
3 bands?
3 bands here.
Okay. Can I guess one?
Guess one.
Down with Webster.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I should put that on my list.
Right? They were so popular 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know if they were popular in the States, but they were popular here in Canada.
In Edmonton, at least.
Yeah, they had a couple shows here, and their music was decent. It wasn't bad. But
yeah,
they just kind of just fell off the face of the earth.
That's a good one. I should have put that on my list. But here's my 3. 2 of them, one of them is for sure. 2 of them are kind of, I'm hoping, die off. So the first one is 21 Pilots. I don't think they'll get popular again.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I think they had their time in their sun in 2016. I haven't heard.
Dude, 21 Pilots?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Dude, their music was so good.
Was it though?
Yeah, it was different every single time.
Was it?
I think, I don't know. I think they're so talented. They're going to be going for a while, I think.
I disagree. But that's your opinion.
Okay, well, why would they die off?
Well, I'm just saying, I haven't heard anything about them. They were super popular for one summer on literally every other song on the radio.
Yeah, this summer. And their album just came out. That's why.
It was not this summer. It was last summer. What song do they have this summer? Name one, actually.
Okay, yeah, I can't think of one.
Proven. Thank you, Daniel. Okay.
But just because they have an off year, an off couple months where they're not releasing music, doesn't mean they're going to fail.
That's what they said about the band I'm about to mention. Maybe not. Fun.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Remember them?
Yeah.
That one I know is for sure, because the lead singer went and made his own music.
Yeah, what was his name again?
Nate Roos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But who cares? It's not that good. Okay, and the next band I'm really 21 Pilots. Okay, I don't care if they come back. But this band I'm really hoping dies off, because I'm not even sure if they're a band. The Chainsmokers. Everything they do is the same.
Literally the exact same.
It's just boom, boom.
Honestly, one time I just listened to a couple of their songs in a row, and they all just blurred together. Honestly, they all have the same kind of layout, kind of, where it's singing and then intense beat,
and they always get a really good singer, which helps.
And they always get a really popular artist already who's made it, and then right there also obviously the music is gonna be okay when you have the guy from Coldplay in it. Yeah,
literally one of the best singers of our generation.
Yeah, the songbird of our generation.
The what?
The songbird of our generation.
Yeah, that's Billy Boyd. For those who don't know, Billy Boyd played Pippin in Lord of the Rings, and he is fine.
He's good. He's got the voice of an angel.
Of an Italian wizard.
Is he Italian? Nah, his last name's Boyd. He's not Italian.
He's probably Irish.
Yeah, probably.
From Ireland.
Actually. Probably.
I can't do it.
I guarantee. Actually, you're probably right.
I'm guaranteeing I'm right. I'd bet my life on it. If he's not Irish, Trump isn't president. Uh-oh. I said the forbidden word.
Yay. Yeah. Banned. The word Trump is banned from the show. We promise that to each other and to you as listeners that we will never mention the name, I can't even say the T word in the show.
Not because, that's not going to get into it.
Unless he actually nukes someone,
or
then
nuked.
We might talk about it.
But
or
then,
gets nuked.
But then I can't imagine we'd be making a podcast.
No,
if there's a nuclear warfare, we'd be still making podcasts.
Do it?
Maybe.
If there's a nuclear warfare, I think the first thing we do is make a podcast.
Okay, so those of you who will be stuck in the nuclear apocalypse, if you want to have a good time, take some weight off your shoulders, come listen to our show, because we'll still be here.
Yeah.
We played enough Fallout. We know how to survive.
Yeah, totally. We have enough food for 14 days. After that, we have a difficult conversation.
A different conversation.
Difficult.
Oh, well.
We need to eat someone. That would be the conversation.
Well, there's stray cats in our neighborhood. Okay, either way, here's some other things I thought of. I just got on a tangent. I thought of some actors who I think are one-hit wonders, not in the fact that they did one movie, but that they did one character. So, the guy who played Luke Skywalker. He's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that's all he is.
Forever, okay?
Chris Tomlin? Is that his name? Who's Chris Tomlin?
I think that's a gospel singer.
Oh, yeah, totally. What's his name?
Mark Hamill.
Okay, why am I thinking Chris Tomlin? That's hilarious.
Okay.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
Here's some other
Mark
ones.
Hamill, totally.
Chris Evans played Captain America. He will always be Captain America, and that's his fault. Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man. Always Iron Man.
He was good in Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. Okay, maybe you could take him off the list. Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter.
Yep. Okay. Agreed.
You agree? The 4 hobbits from Fellowship of the Ring.
All of them.
All the hobbits. None of them have done anything.
Yeah, no.
Or at least they tried and it failed.
Samwise Gamgee, the guy who played Samwise Gamgee, was in Love Comes Softly.
You hear that? That's everyone saying.
It's actually very popular. It's actually very popular. If you were cultured in any way, you would have watched it.
Well,
I recommend it.
Okay.
Okay, what's the next one?
The new kid playing Spider-Man.
Oh, you can't judge that early in his career.
Too early in his career. He shouldn't have taken this big of a role. His fault. Who even cares? Look at Mark Hamill. So young, took the biggest career of a lifetime, the biggest role of a lifetime, and now what happened to him? Same thing's gonna happen to Spider-Man, and same thing's gonna happen to the 3 new Star Wars characters. I'm thinking the girl Jedi, the black guy, and Kylo Ren. No, not Kylo Ren.
The black guy.
The question.
What's his name? You didn't bother finding his actor's name.
He's the only black guy in the whole galaxy. I don't need his name. He didn't even have a name. He had a code.
Yeah, it's true. He didn't give the one black guy in the entire galaxy a name.
And he stole a jacket. Wow. No, this is not a good time to be talking about race.
Yeah, we're going to be labeled as
We have
Nazis.
nothing against anyone of any color. I only have things against franchises and their characters.
Agreed.
And these 2, I think, are one-hit wonders in the fact that they will never get another role, or they will, but people will only ever see their Star Wars characters. And question mark around Kylo Ren, because I've seen him in other movies.
Yeah, but you think that guy would be the first one to not get another job just because he's ass ugly?
Dude, he's in some good movies actually.
There's a new one coming out with him in it.
He's in the one with the guy from Channing Tatum. He's in a movie with him.
Yep.
He was in the movie about what are those missionaries in Japan.
Oh, he was.
He's in a popular TV show.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected.
Yep. As usual. No, I'm kidding. So that's why I think he was hated enough as Kylo Ren that people won't see him as that. But the other 2 were loved. So what do you think, if you had to remake my list, what do you think would be the biggest one-hit wonder of your lifetime?
Oh, well, if I could go further back, your honorable mention, Hey There Delilah? That's a huge one.
Yeah, I agree.
By the Plain White Tees, right?
Mm-hmm. The only reason I didn't put that on my list is, for one, it was pretty old, and also I think Hey There Delilah never really, it was popular, but every other one on my list made it to like number one on some Billboard thing. But I don't think Hey There Delilah did. I think it was one of those like kind of got popular after, like 2 years after it was released. I don't know. That's just my guess, but maybe it did make it to the top. I didn't look into it too much. But definitely a one-hit wonder. I agree.
Yep.
I think Somebody That I Used to Know is the biggest one-hit wonder I've ever seen.
Yeah. Didn't it get like almost 1 billion views on YouTube?
Yeah, it won a Grammy.
Yeah, that's impressive.
The guy himself, I read an article, he said, I wish people would stop listening to my song. Because I have other music, guys. But no one cares about his other music because it's probably... He has a good voice, actually. Like, he sounds exactly the same live as he does on the track. I looked it up.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. So that one baffles me, actually. Because he clearly can write. He can definitely sing.
I wonder, like, how many of the popular singers out there actually write their own music.
I know Harry Styles does.
Does Taylor Swift?
Dude, all she writes about is breaking up. I'm sure she does. It's not that hard to write Shake It Off 4 times.
Well, like, I mean...
No hate to Taylor Swift. I'm a Tay-man. Actually, no. I'm done with Taylor Swift. I'm too grown up.
Did you hear about that whole thing with she sued that one guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
But, like, good on her. You go, girl. You go, Taylor.
She's empowering women everywhere.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm. No. I'm sure most... Because it's listed. Like, I'm pretty sure they have to write it on their album when someone writes it. Who wrote it?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
When do you ever see that?
I never buy CDs because I'm not 80.
Yeah, but you think they would... Then you would think they would have on iTunes...
I'm sure there is. If you look hard enough, they'll give credit. You can't steal work.
That's true. But the songwriters don't make nearly as much money off the music as
not a chance.
The artist.
Not a chance. But they're not.
Which makes zero sense when you think about it.
Well, I think most really good...
They're the ones with all the originality and the creativity.
Well, I don't think as much singers have writers as like you're thinking. I think most singers write their own stuff.
You think so? I would like to research that.
I think that's why One Direction broke up.
Why? They had one guy writing the songs and he wanted to take more credit?
No, okay. I watched a video where it showed all of their music and like each of their individual music, and they're all so crazy different.
Really?
And I think that's why they broke up, because like they're so different. So a couple of them must have been like, I want to make this. Oh, I want to make that.
Right. Yeah, they wanted to go in different directions.
No, yeah, it's actually funny. You can tell who's the most talented of those boys. I'm getting
definitely Harry.
Harry and Zayn, man. Harry, Zayn, and Niall.
I don't like Zayn as much.
Oh,
Harry's been in a movie.
Oh, I can't.
And he was good.
Zayn. And Harry didn't ditch the band randomly like Zayn did.
Yeah.
I think Niall, Harry, Zayn.
Which one's Niall? The
blonde Irish one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those three have the most talent for writing and singing. I think Harry has the most, like, he's the most different. Like, his music's the most unconventional. Like, it's not just guitar and singing I Love You. And then I'd say Zayn, probably. I think Niall is good. Like, it sounds good. And the lyrics are pretty good. It's not just the same thing over and over. But it is still kind of One Direction-y. You can tell.
Yeah.
Liam and Louis.
You know all their names? I only knew Harry and Zayn.
Louis the worst. You need to know that. Louis the least talented.
Okay.
Liam's the dirtiest. He went the most like clear like what music is kind of nowadays, where it's just like, yeah, girl, yeah.
Oh, really?
That's what Liam did. He's like he's trying to be like Justin Bieber.
Oh.
Watch his music video.
There's only one JB.
Yeah, you can't replace Justin Bieber.
No.
And then Harry's the most like you can tell he's like the most artistic, has the most meaning. I think he's trying to go more rock and roll-y. I think that's kind of where he's trying to go. But it's hard to tell. It's one album. Zayn's, I don't care about Zayn. Who cares about Zayn? Zane's a loser.
Man, I didn't know you were such a big One Direction fan.
I've put a lot of thought into this. I have a lot of bike rides to work where I listen to 1D. I listen to the individuals too. And not Louis. Louis sucks. No, Louis the worst. He's so bad. Just listen to his voice.
Yeah, maybe once we're done, I'll go listen to some Louis.
Don't. We'll get a little clip of it. You won't last more than 2 minutes. But either way, that's one hit wonders. I think I was extremely accurate. If any listeners want to comment, tweet us. We're not on Facebook.
What's our Twitter handle again?
The 780 Show. So tweet us, comment on SoundCloud, comment on YouTube. What's your favorite one hit wonders? Any one hit wonders you still listen to? Any songs you think will be one hit wonders? Give us a shout out. Tell us.
Yeah, because if you guys comment on our videos, we will comment back. We will reply.
Because we have the time.
Because there's usually only one comment, so...
Well, there was one comment.
There was one comment,
and I didn't reply.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to no, we're not doing shout outs.
He knows who he is.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah, thanks for that. I saw that.
Okay, so
what do you want to talk about, Dan?
Well, this week I'm just kind of rolling with the whole conspiracy thing again because we talked about flat Earth last time. So I wanted to kind of just roll with the conspiracy thing again. So I looked into Bigfoot.
Oh.
Now, I've actually been interested in Bigfoot for a long time.
Yeah. Everyone is, dude.
Is everyone, though?
I think it's definitely a hot button issue.
Well, it's definitely something that comes up a lot. And you have the people... What?
Yeah, comes up a lot.
Well, in my life it does, but you have the whenever I go to the forest, Bigfoot comes up at least once.
Oh yeah.
So usually have the people who outright deny him and the people who 100% believe in Bigfoot. I've always been in the middle. I'll be like, yeah, it could exist, but I actually decided to go out there, do the research, and actually come up with a conclusion. What do I think? Does he exist or does he not exist?
You formulated a well-thought opinion.
Yes, and I will let you know at the end of all this. So I asked myself 2 questions. First, I asked myself, what is Bigfoot? What is this thing that we're talking about? Is it an ape? Is it a human? What is it? Mm-hmm. And second question I asked myself, okay, what evidence is there? Hard evidence.
Okay.
So question number 1, what is this Bigfoot thing? And usually, so I kind of found that there's four different things or 5 things that people kind of think
Can I say what I think?
Well, let me go through this list first. So number 1, and these ideas kind of range on a scale from okay, yeah, that's believable to just absolutely
outrageous.
Crazy, outrageous.
Yeah.
So the one on the more reasonable side of things, you find what people call Gigantopithecus. You laugh, but Gigantopithecus actually existed. It's Gigantopithecus was pretty much just a really huge ape. It could be 9 to 10 feet tall. And they actually found it in China. They found remains of this thing in China.
Of course.
There was this what do you call him? Anthropologist? No. Archaeologist, yeah. He was in an apothecary in China, and he found these huge teeth and a jawbone that looked like it was from a bipedal animal. And so they did some digging in China, and they found these bones of this huge ape. And what they say is this creature traveled across the Bering Strait bridge,
the land bridge,
up in the land bridge up in Alaska during the last ice age.
Oh yeah,
and it traveled with people down there. People were living with this thing.
Oh, so it was civilized.
Well, it wasn't when I say people were living with this thing, they were
a dog,
like a dog, but it wasn't a pet. It was just an animal that existed when people were around.
Okay,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Like all animals.
Yes. Okay. Whatever. But this thing traveled with these people across the Bering Land Bridge, and that's how it got to North America. and there's still a remnant of these things that remain, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first thing that people hypothesized. The second thing is that this creature is a human/ape hybrid.
Of course.
Pretty much. So just a human, very intelligent, but it's just super hairy.
So a smart monkey.
Very smart monkey. The third thing, and now we're getting to the more crazy stuff, is that this creature is a spiritual entity. That Bigfoot is just a messenger for the natural world. This is how some Native American cultures describe this animal, which is actually interesting because a lot of Native American cultures just talk about this Bigfoot, Sasquatch thing as like just a normal thing.
So it's not even like fact or fiction for them. It's like
no, it's like this thing was real.
It's there, man. Like it's normal.
Yeah. Also, people in Nepal viewed the Yeti like that as well, like this spiritual animal. So kind of like a guardian of the forest, I guess.
We should get this straight. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, all the same thing?
Yes, all the same thing.
So, okay.
Well, Yeti / abominable snowman.
Winter Bigfoot.
Yeah, which is common in Nepal, China, those areas. Why people would think this is that this thing being a spiritual entity would explain why no one happens to take a picture when they see it. They're just so mesmerized by it.
Oh yeah. And could you even take a picture of it?
Exactly. It's a spiritual entity. You don't know. The fourth thing is this actually would kind of make sense. Is that Sasquatch is a myth.
Okay.
No, like let me explain. That it's a story passed down by our ancestors about the Gigantopithecus.
Oh, but it doesn't exist now.
But it doesn't exist now, and the reason why
like the dinosaur.
It's just been passed down from generation to generation, and it's just been ingrained in our minds that there's this bipedal humanoid ape out there, and that we should be afraid of. Okay. And so when people crossed the Bering Land Bridge, they told stories about it, and the Native Americans told stories to the Europeans when they came here. And then the Europeans, obviously, pass it down to their generation.
You see that giant ape, those whack jobs in China cooked up? Stuff like that?
No, and when the Europeans came over, they saw all these depictions of this bipedal ape living in the forests in North America, and obviously they were enthralled by an idea like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's the fourth thing that people suspect that it is. It's just a myth, and it's just been ingrained in our minds pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So the fifth one is that Sasquatch is an alien. That he's been sent to this world by aliens to gather information on us and on our Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Because abducting people is just it's kind of a hassle. All the probing and let's get the Sasquatch to do it, right? So, which is absolutely insane.
No, it's plausible.
It really isn't. Okay. So, the second question I asked myself: what's the evidence? And the evidence is kind of hard to gather because a lot of it is clearly fake. Like there's this big Sasquatch hunter. I don't know.
What's his name?
I forget his name. Todd
Packer.
No, not Todd Packer. He was on Survivor Man Bigfoot.
Oh,
I don't know. Remember that series?
Todd.
Yeah, but he's a really big Sasquatch hunter, I guess. And some of the videos he has as proof are so clearly fake. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go take a look at it and develop your own opinion. But I find all that to be absolutely crazy, and there's a lot of that out there.
Mm-hmm.
But then there is some actually crazy stuff.
What's the famous video? What's that called again?
That's the Patterson-Gimlin film.
That's real.
That's what I'm getting to. Is probably the earliest footage of Bigfoot. Roger Patterson and his friend Robert Gimlin were horseback riding in Northern California when they came across this ape. And I'm going to put the link to the video in the description.
Everyone's seen it, but yeah.
I'll do it just in case there's people out there who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I recommend you go take a look at that. Really interesting stuff. Probably the most
famous Bigfoot video ever.
Yeah, and the most convincing too.
Yeah.
It looks so real.
It's just crappy enough where it's like they didn't fake it. Because some people try to fake it and they make it terrible quality.
Yeah.
But this is just bad enough where it's like, that's real.
Yeah, and like you can say, oh yeah, that's just a guy in a costume or whatever. But you look at the Sasquatch in the video and it has breasts. So why were the guys making the suit? Hey guys, let's give this thing breasts, eh?
Well,
like
I can tell you why.
Like that makes no sense.
Yeah. And don't just watch because you got to watch explanations there's lots of science behind explaining this video because it's really tall too. It's not like it's just a 5-6 foot thing, right?
Yeah, they estimate it to be pretty big.
Pretty tall, and the way it even walked.
And the way it even walked, like it was so hard to like replicate it. People have tried replicating it.
Obviously, it
like
could,
remaking the suit
done.
that it was wearing, and they just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But that's probably the most convincing video I saw. Well, convincing. I mean, I'm not convinced of anything, as far as you guys know. Another crazy thing I found was Les Stroud. You know him?
Oh yeah.
From Survivor Man.
The Survivor.
He was in Alaska and he heard noises that he could not explain. And I will pull that up for you right now. Pretty crazy stuff. This guy, for those of you who don't know, Les Stroud is a huge figure, I guess, in the outdoor community. His TV show, Survivor Man, he would pretty much just go into like the harshest environments with nothing but a frickin' butter knife and survive for a week all by himself and videotape it. So pretty crazy stuff. Pretty respected guy.
We sell his books at my camping store.
Not a guy really that would try and make money off hoaxing a Bigfoot encounter, but here, I'll just play a video for you.
But did you mention he's also super like, we gotta be one with nature, right? He's super like kind of weird and spiritual.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
Okay, well, I don't think that really plays into this. I'll just play this video. I'll play this video for you guys. I'll also put the link in the description so you can take a look for it. Take a look at it after. And look into this. It's really interesting stuff. I'm just going to play the video here.
And craziest questions that I get asked is, what's the weirdest thing that I experience when I'm out there? And, do I have any experience with strange sounds or, quote unquote, Bigfoot? I have no idea what the answer is. But what I do know is what I experienced in Alaska. It was about day 3 or day 4, maybe day 5, and I was making a grass mat for my shelter. I want something to sleep on. And I was gathering the grass and filming it and stuff. And then if I remember correctly, I put the camera off to the side because, as it always happens when I'm out surviving and I'm filming for Survivor Man, there's a moment where I've captured the story of making the fire or building the shelter, and it's like, okay, now I have to just stop the filming and actually do it for a while. I have to actually build the shelter for a while without running the camera because I got to get it done, And this was one of those moments. Put the camera away or down and just thought, well, I got to start gathering some grass. I need a better bed. I started to gather the grass, and I heard something in the tree about 50 yards away, maybe less. And I stopped and I froze. And then all of a sudden I heard it, and I heard this sound. I'll just do it. It goes like this. Now, I've heard moose, I've heard bear, I've heard wolves. I can make the wolves howl. But I've never heard a sound like that before. I mean, it sounded exactly like a great ape. It didn't sound like anything North American, any animal that I've ever experienced. And I've experienced a lot of animals. And the thing was, it didn't just do it once. It did that 5 more times louder than I just did it. And I keep looking over at my camera thinking if I could get over to my camera, and I'm frozen solid, thinking if I could get over to my camera and flip it on and even just get the audio would be something. But I waited this out, and the second I went over to try to reach for the camera to turn it on, bam, crash, smash, bam, crash. And this thing just, whatever it was, took off through the trees and was gone. Now I'm in the middle of Alaska. And I was freaked out for the rest of my time there. I have no idea what it was, but it wasn't a moose, and it wasn't a bear. So I really don't know. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So, pretty crazy stuff.
Obviously, he could be lying, but he's too respected to do so, I think.
Obviously there's a chance that he's lying, but
He has nothing
what
to gain
would
from
he
it.
lie for?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He has everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Yeah. It would make no sense for him to lie.
And it's not like he's claiming that it's Bigfoot. He's like, I don't know what this was.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had like a huge Bigfoot enthusiast, he'd be like, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I saw this one story online of, it was actually Les Stroud again. He was talking about how he was squatch hunting with this one guy. And this guy was telling him a story about his first encounter with his Sasquatch. And he was like, yeah, I heard a rustle by these bushes. And I didn't know what it was.
Bigfoot!
But later I was thinking about it and I was like, that was Bigfoot.
That's
like, obviously,
cool.
like, what? These guys just draw conclusions from nowhere. So yeah, that was the two most convincing things for me.
The Les Stroud thing, I think, really helps. The video, it's like, there's too many things that the video could be other than Bigfoot. But I think Les Stroud, I'm not convinced. I don't think it's definitely out there. But I think there's a possibility. I don't think it's fake. I think there's something that we don't.
I think it's totally possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of, the areas where a lot of these reports are coming from are from the Pacific Northwest, and a lot of people don't actually know how densely wooded that area is. Like, it's just miles and miles and miles of forest.
Yeah.
So, who knows what could be hiding in there? Like, they thought the same thing with the giant squid. For the longest time, the giant squid was this myth.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, guys, we found a giant squid. This thing's real.
Yeah.
And, no one could believe it. So, why can't that happen again?
Yeah. I don't think it's that crazy. I don't think it's something like Aliens where it's just a big ape.
And, I don't think it helps that every time, you see the people that are looking for it, they're these middle-aged men with
hippies
who don't know what a razor is, and
aren't
married.
They're crazy.
They're just weird.
It's because they treat it like an alien, not just an animal.
Yeah, they think it's an alien. Yeah,
that's true.
But I think it's totally possible that there could be something living in the forest that knows of us and knows it doesn't want to be found.
Yeah.
What's so crazy about that?
Nothing really. It's just an animal. There's a ton of forest. You could easily be in there.
That was my mentality. But then I was thinking about it. For this animal to exist scientifically and be genetically diverse, there'd have to be around 12,000 of them, at least.
Well,
that's what I read. So that's a lot of Sasquatch.
There's a lot of forest.
That's true.
I've been in Northern Alberta. There's so much forest.
Yeah.
It could easily be 4 Sasquatches just chilling out in there.
Yeah. I do think a lot of the reports that come in are just a lot of people seeing something that they just can't explain.
Far away and being like, who was a Sasquatch?
Yeah.
But it's it's actually just a big moose or a black bear.
Yeah, Joe Rogan one time, he was explaining, he went hunting in BC. And when he was hunting, he was looking at a squirrel, and he could have sworn it was a wolf.
Of course.
But then he looked up and it's just a squirrel. Your eyes can deceive you a lot of the time. But I think what most of these people are seeing are just black bear.
Yeah.
Black bears stand on their hind legs a lot. And they're huge when they stand on their hind legs. They can be 7 feet tall.
Dude, yeah, they're big. Have you ever seen Pedals, the walking bear?
I've never seen that.
He hurt his front paw and walked like a human. It was amazing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they shot him.
What?
Yeah, even sadder than Harambe. They shot Pedals.
That's brutal.
Watch the video when you have time. It's amazing. It's actually phenomenal. Anyone listening, watch Pedals the Walking Bear. It's hilarious. It's heartbreaking. It's the whole package. Yeah, I'm joking. Well, I'm not.
But if I were to say a definitive yes or no to Bigfoot,
I'm leaning towards yes.
you would lean towards yes?
No, I'm not like it's definitely, but if I had to pick one on the spot, yes, it does exist. What about you?
If I had to say right now, I'd say no. I would say that a lot of the footage and pictures that have been taken have been faked.
Mm-hmm.
And there hasn't been really any hard evidence to support a Bigfoot. So yeah, I would have to say no. But that's if I had to decide right now. Right now, I think I'm kind of on the fence. I'm kind of leaning towards no. But there is a huge possibility that there's this thing out there that we just haven't found yet.
There's too much undiscovered forest, like up north even.
Yep.
That it's why not?
Yeah, and these forests are dense. You can't see 10 feet beyond the trees.
Unless you're a Bigfoot.
And that Les Stroud video, like, you're in Alaska, the home of the apes, right? And you hear, ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah.
And, like, oh, man, I would poop my pants. Could you imagine being all by yourself and hearing that? 50 yards away.
I don't know enough about animals. I'd probably just assume it's but I wouldn't know. So. But
if it sounded like an ape.
Well, I don't know what an ape sounds like. But yes, I know what you're saying. That would be frightening.
Yeah.
What about the Michigan Wolfman?
The Michigan Wolfman?
I think that's a totally different thing. I don't think that's related to that. I think that's a ape-human-wolf hybrid.
You're
a definite yes.
Definite yes, eh?
No, dude, remember? I one time got sucked down the wormhole of YouTube, down to Michigan Wolfman. It's not very convincing, but it's entertaining, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
I think conspiracy theories they're all entertaining.
Some of them are silly. The alien ones I think are silly. The ones about the American government I think are scary. Because they could easily be true.
Yeah.
The HARP thing, where they control the weather. Have you looked into that?
Yeah, I've done a little reading.
That's Alaska too. Giant base in Alaska. What else is it for?
Yeah. Well, that's like, I don't know. I think that's overblown. I think guys like Jesse Ventura totally overblow these things out of proportion and totally exaggerate the amount of harm these things can have on society.
Yeah, I'd kind of be happy if they can control the weather. They're on our side. I hope they're the ones with.
Yeah, maybe the ones making all the climate change, and they're controlling climate change so they can get, I don't know, people just spend their money on green energy.
Tesla cars, because Elon Musk is the leader of the Illuminati.
Yeah. Go visit our fan page at Elon Musk, leader of the Illuminati, at Elon Musk, leader of the Illuminati.com. It's a thing, people. Read about it.
It is. Okay.
And on that bombshell, that comes to the end of our show. We hope you guys enjoyed listening. What is this?
We're trying out a goodbye song.
Let's just listen to it for a minute.
Billy Boyd, everything.
As the snowflakes cover my fallen brothers, I will say this last goodbye. Night is now falling.
It's amazing.
So ends this day.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed listening. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.